Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Will it play on the ROG Ally? That's the question that we're looking to answer today. If you've seen any of my other videos before, we're doing things a little bit different. In today's video, I'm going to be focusing only on the ROG Ally, specifically the Z1 Extreme version, and how Dragon Ball Sparking Zero performs on this device. If you have the Ally X, you can look at these numbers and probably expect a little bit better performance than what we're seeing here. If you have the Ally Z1 non-extreme version, honestly, I don't know how the numbers compare. And if you're looking on how Dragon Ball Sparking Zero performs on the Steam Deck, I made a completely separate video on that. I'll drop the link to that in the description below if you're interested in checking that out. So, Dragon Ball Sparking Zero just released, and we're going to see how it handles on the ROG Ally Z1 Extreme. We're going to look at this at different settings. I do want to note that this game does have an FPS lock of 60 FPS. This is game design, so you're not going to be able to exceed that 60 FPS even on PC. So we're going to see what settings can get us as close to hitting that 60 FPS as possible. We're going to start off with the default settings. We're going to look at the default settings in the 15 watt, 25 watt, and 30 watt modes. Then from there, we're going to change the settings a little bit, focusing on the 25 watt turbo mode and seeing what numbers get us closest to that 60 FPS max. I do want to note that, as you're about to see, I'm not very good at fighting games. In fact, I would call myself pretty garbage at them. So I just want to put that out there now. You don't need to let me know in the comments. I'm already well aware I'm not very good. You're going to see that especially when I jump into an online match because I get absolutely stomped. But just know that this video is about the performance of the game, not the performance of me. Alright, enough talking on my end. Let's check out some gameplay. I'm Jared, and this is Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Will it play? First off, we're running the system defaults where almost everything is set to high, and the Ally settings are 720p and the 15 watt performance mode. When jumping into gameplay, you'll see that our CPU usage is around 20%, GPU usage in the 80 to 90% range, and our FPS is only in the low 30s, so nowhere near that 60 FPS lock.
From now on, whenever you're not eating or sleeping, you're fighting with me.
No way! I'll die for sure!
Then get stronger. Stronger than me. Stronger than the Saiyans who'll be here in 6 months. This'll stop you! Explosive Demon Wave! It's over! Dodge this!
Next up, same default settings, still 720p, but now in the 25 watt turbo mode. CPU usage is sitting around the mid 20 percentile range, GPU usage still in the 80 to 90% range, but our FPS has jumped to the low to mid 40s, so a little bit closer to that 60 FPS.
Yo, sit on! Gotcha! Die! Here we go!
I done good.
Take this! Gotcha!
I done good.
Oh no! Gotcha! Here we go! Yo! After him and strike! After him and strike! After him and strike! Yo! After him and strike! Here we go! Stick on! Die! Here we go!
I done good.
Stick on!
How's this?
Finishing the default settings off with the plugged-in 30-watt turbo mode, CPU usage is the same, GPU usage has climbed to the mid-90s, and our FPS has climbed as well to the high 40s to low 50s, so even closer to that max 60 FPS.
Stick on!
Let's play for a bit. Too slow. You'll never defeat me with such paltry power.
Moving on, we have updated our settings to a mixture of medium and low. Low settings where medium wasn't a selectable value. 720p, 25 watt turbo mode. CPU usage is around 33%. GPU usage is fluctuating around 80%. And our FPS is sitting in the mid to high 50s, so definitely good numbers here.
You fool! I'm not done yet.
I've been keeping this one a secret. Foolish! At your defeat, bow your head. Foolish! Your retribution! You must pay for your sins against time. Die! Maybe I am a sinner, but I don't care. I'll do whatever it takes to save this planet. Admit defeat. I'll admit, I didn't think you were capable of reaching this level of power. It does make for the
Lastly, we have everything set to low, still 720p and 25 watt turbo mode. CPU usage still around 33%. GPU usage has dropped to around 70%. And our FPS is sitting in the high 50s and at that 60 FPS max at times. Note that I did also check these settings at the 15 watt performance mode and saw very similar numbers in case you wanted to try and extend battery life a bit.
You could train yourself for a lifetime and never even come close to their level. But since you were too stupid to heed my warning, you're not going to survive another day anyhow. How about this? Gotcha! How about this? How about this?
If you've got a new special attack hidden up your sleeve, now's the time to use it, Goku.
Sorry, nope.
You lazy fool. Meanwhile, I've been training non-stop to develop a sure kill technique.
For real?
Yeah. Only problem is it takes some time to charge up before I can use it. So I'm gonna need you to fight him alone until then, if you can handle it.
Gotcha. I'll take care of him.
Take this! Hame! Darn.
Now I did want to finish this with an online match. I was still using the previous settings of low, 720p, 25 watt turbo mode, and saw almost identical numbers as earlier. And even though I got absolutely destroyed, I was able to maintain great FPS for the whole match. So, Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, will it play on the ROG Ally? This is a definite yes. This game plays absolutely great. Once again, the game by design has a lock of 60 FPS, but we're definitely able to hit those numbers by setting everything to low. And in the 15 watt and 25 watt modes, we were able to get to the high 50s up into the 60s. So definitely able to hit those numbers without any issues at all. And I was able to maintain those numbers when playing online. I do think that if you're playing kind of like the story mode or some PvE type stuff, you may not be as concerned about the 60 FPS mark, but if you are planning on playing this online, you definitely want to try and get to as high as possible to get the best performance when you are playing online. So definitely look into setting those settings to low if you are anticipating playing this game online against other people. But all in all, this is a great game. It plays fantastic on the ROG Ally. If you're a fan of Dragon Ball, if you're a fan of fighting games, I think you would really enjoy this game. I think it would be a great experience, and I definitely think you should check it out. I'm a fan of Dragon Ball. Not the biggest fan of fighting games. Once again, I'm just not good at them. But still, obviously, this is the hot game of the month, so we had to check it out. And it runs great. No regrets playing this on the device. If you've been playing Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, I'd love to hear about your experience. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to drop a like and subscribe to the channel because your support does mean everything. Thanks everybody, and game on.